Hello, principals. Wanted to send a quick screencast to let you kind of give you a broad overview over this stewardship model that we're going to be working under for budgeting purposes. So, as you remember in the past, you guys have had lots of different pots of money: Section Six, Section Seven, ESS, Title One, Title Two, student leadership um, funds, teacher leadership funds, classroom library funds, site-based training that we have paid for, but that was part of your all's. Um, it's part of what we gave you guys. So I think one of the things that Amy and I learned over the course of meeting with you all was one, I'm trying to create some additional flexibility. Sometimes you guys needed more money here, you wanted to move money there. So I think giving you guys more options was number one. Number two, I think we also try to be very cognizant of um, these federal grants and how we can best leverage those. So Title One, you're going to see where every school now gets some level of Title One funding. That was done to be able to recoup additional funds that we had not previously been able to do, but also because we know that there are needs that exist in all of our schools, and so that was part of it. But we also wanted to supplement with some of the ESSER funds or the coronavirus relief funds. And so we tried to offset any major losses or discrepancies with that. So you can see through here, if you go down, we have not yet given allocations to the Academy, ELC, and Nelson County ATC. We hope to do that in the next week or so. But everyone else, you can see the grand total of what you were allocated. That's all of the things on the left-hand side, budget-based model. You can see what you were allocated in fiscal year 21. You can now see what you were allocated in fiscal year 22. And then I tried to break that down by per pupil amount. So you can see that New Haven and Bloomfield Elementary School have a higher per pupil amount. That's because they have a larger concentration of students that are free and reduced. And so that adds um, some more title money than what they would otherwise get per pupil. But you can also see that everyone else is pretty much in the average per pupil range, with our high schools being about $100 less. And so this does not include staffing. This does not include the staffing that you have already received. It does. It would include the teacher from Title One that I believe most of you guys are going to take. So it does include that, but it does not include, the Section 4 or Section 5 staffing models or anything of that sort. So the what I've also done is gone through here and broken it down per school. So you can see how we calculated the fiscal year 22. One of the things that we've done with Section 6 is we are recommending that you guys set aside 30% for operational cost. Uh, so that goes to things like printers and paper and those sorts of things. We're recommending that you set aside 20% of your Section 6 budget for flexibility. We know there are things that are going to come up in the course of the year that you can't plan at this moment or at this time. So we want to be cognizant of that. And we also are giving you some other things that we recommend you taking care of out of Section 6. Same thing with Section 7, same thing with Title 1. ESSER is a little bit different because it is restricted, but we feel like if you guys really what ESSER needs to be is probably the last bit of funds that you budget, because we know that the things that you guys are trying to do with curriculum and money for this and that, it can largely fit into ESSER funds. But Amy's going to be working with your local bookkeepers to support that. If you go down to the bottom of this slide deck, you'll see that Amy's put in some Section 6 guidance for you guys. She's put in Section 7 guidance for you guys. She's put in Title 1, which is the most restrictive funds, and then ESSER guidance as well. So from here, my encouragement is to review this. I'll be happy to set up a time to talk through this with you more. I've done that with a couple of you all already, but I'll be happy to do that. And then Amy's going to be working with your business leader to ensure that everything that you had put on the stewardship strategic that you were asking for is budgeted the best way possible. We feel like as you can see here, We're giving about $400,000 more dollars. That does not include Academy, ELC, and ATC. So we could be around $450,000 more dollars this coming year overall to schools than what we've given previously. And we feel like we've been fairly generous previously. So we're trying to give you guys the resources you need based on the conversations you had with the Stewardship Strategic. We want you all to be able to do the things that you need to do at the local school. So review this. Let me know if you've got questions. Talk to your business leader first because they may be able to answer some of those questions. But if you still have other questions, I'll be happy to set up a time to talk with you, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.